Hi everyone, welcome to this week's reading. This is for the 20th of March through to the 27th of March. And for this week, just a quick touch on the astrology, and then I'm going to get to the tarot cards, and I'll just start shuffling as I'm talking. So right now we have the sun. The main thing is the sun's on the anaretic degree, which is also known as the critical degree in astrology. It's 29 degrees of Pisces. So it's a bit of a strange energy, you know, when you have a planet or, you know, the sun on a critical degree. So it can mean that, you know, for some people the energy feels a bit sluggish with that being at the last degree of Pisces. Let me just see what else we've got going on. The moon today is in 23 degrees of Sagittarius at the moment, and it's going to be heading towards a conjunction with Saturn. So probably by the end of today, or, you know, depending where you are in the world, but here in Australia later on tonight, yeah, it's going to make that conjunction with Saturn. So it could be a bit of a serious tone in the evening, a bit of a heavier energy with that. But also I wanted to say, you know, very shortly the sun is actually going to go into Aries, so we're actually, you know, Aries season is upon us. So if you're an Aries sun person, happy birthday. And we're going to have quite a lot of placements in Aries. So we have Mercury's in Aries right now, Venus is in Aries as well, and then, you know, shortly the sun will move into Aries. So if you've been feeling this last week or the last few days particularly tired or sluggish, things are just going to start popping a bit more. You'll start feeling a bit more energized, which is good news in the next couple of days. And just what else have we got going on? We've still got, you know, obviously the Venus retrograde, obviously, and Jupiter retrograde still. And Jupiter is moving towards a square with Pluto. That's a bit of a power struggle type energy. And Pluto is to do with, well, it's in Capricorn, so it's to do with the status quo and the structures in the world. And Jupiter in Libra is to do with people. And Jupiter is also to do with justice and equality and, you know, individuality as well, because Sagittarius is very independent, because Sagittarius is the sign associated with Jupiter. And Libra is about justice and fairness and what's fair. So there can be a lot of issues going on globally at this time to do with, you know, what's fair for the individual, what's fair for people in the society. And, you know, the Pluto in Capricorn can also represent the government and those ingrained structures that are very have been there for a very long time. So, you know, you may be seeing things in the news that you don't like to do with those structures that I mentioned. You know, unfairness issues could be coming up for people in their face. We're coming towards, well, we're at 27 degrees of Sagittarius with Saturn in Sagittarius. So if you're a later born Sagittarius, Saturn is affecting you now still. And so those people that are going through that Saturn energy could be finding a lot of tests coming up in their life, a lot of hard work. But those are the main kind of things that I wanted to mention at the moment, and I just wanted to keep it fairly short for this week. Let's look at some cards for the week and see what we've got coming up. So this is from the Witch's Tarot. It's a really beautiful deck that I love, by Ellen Dugan. Now let's see what's coming up for the week. 1, 2, and this one's getting my attention. Alright. Oh, the Ten of Cups, that's nice. The Page of Wands. Oh, the Nine of Swords. Okay, well, interesting. So the Ten of Cups talks about feelings of hope this week, so that's very good. And that could be actually because the sun is going into Aries, and the sun is very, very well placed in Aries. So it could be like energy coming back this week, feeling like you can tackle things again, whereas you might have felt drained with the sun in Pisces. It's a really positive energy for us for this week. There's a feeling of hope here. So as I said, if things have been difficult in the last couple of weeks, this is saying things are going to be improving. And it's interesting that, you know, we have Page of Wands here. It represents a younger person, a younger child, a younger male child, which again relates to the sun in Aries. So that you could be feeling a bit more exuberant and more positive, as I said, and this card also confirms that. But for some people, there may be something to do with the child this week that comes up as well. There could be possibly some issues with if you have a young child, male or female, would be under the age of 16 or up to the age of 16. So if you have children, there could be something that comes up this week. And on the one hand, it could be a mixed week. You could have like start very positive with the 10, as indicated by the 10 of Cups here, but there is the card of worry that comes up towards the end of the week here. It's not the most pleasant card, as you can see by the image depicted of the woman laying there, and all the swords represent a lot of thoughts going on, but a lot of heavy thoughts and a lot of stress and worry and anxiety. So you know, it is about stress management and also managing your own anxiety levels this week, and not letting fears get carried away with you, with your mind. If you can see in the background, there's a moon, a crescent moon. Looks like it's a waning moon in the background, and you know, it's like not being able to see things clearly because of ingrained fears and worries. And maybe what I'm actually hearing is prayer, and using the power of prayer. And you don't need to be religious to pray. You know, you don't need to even believe in anything specific to pray. You can just pray as a way to connect with the divine and to release worries and stresses. And there's actually a really good meditation that you can do. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I may have, called the Angel Buckets meditation. I think it was a Doreen Virtue one, where you visualize your angel coming along with the bucket, and you putting your worries as thoughts into that bucket, and the angel flying away, and knowing that as they fly away, it's kind of quirky, but knowing that it actually works, you know, knowing that they're going to take care of it for you, that you don't need to nut everything out in your brain, that, you know, it's your guides and your higher angels and guides will be helping you with it. And it's a way of asking for help with, you know, the stresses of living life on earth. So it's a bit of a mixed bag this week. Some really positive things here, and fresh energies, fresh starts as well for some people, but also having to navigate with overthinking, over worrying, and something around a child. It may be positive or negative. It's not giving me that as a definite thing. It's more like a challenge, I would say, for some people. But for some people, it will be something positive to do with the child, but others will be a challenge. So that was the reading for the week. And if you would like a private reading with me, just go to the link below to my Etsy store, and have a fantastic week, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye.